Well, hello there. Welcome back to another Reality Skewed Gamers lunch stream. I'm Ranger J 1999 from the RSG crew. And of course, this is our lunch stream where we just hang out and answer your questions about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes or whatever's on your mind. You know, we're that kind of peeps. But welcome one and all. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Joining me, there'll be no Dr. Finn Medicine Woman. He is just slammed with work, and it's really hard for him right now to get away from it because there's some projects just going down that he's trying to take care of. So that's okay. We've got it covered. Joining me, of course, from the RSG crew. You know him and you love him. The lightsaber builder extraordinaire himself. Loki, what's going on, partner?
Nothing much, man. Excited to be here. Get the questions in and have fun, man.
Very nice. Also joining us, my phone set off. I always set it to automatically just go to the stream, and I never pay attention to it, and then it starts making. I'm like, oh God. Good morning, Big Matsu, if you're out there. It's like, what, 5 in the morning there? Oh, my God. 4 in the morning? I don't know how early it is. Yeah, there'll be no chicken report today. I'm sorry, Grande is, our man is out. We don't know what happened to Grande. Our field reporter is not available today. But join us. We got the guys. He's got his own, they both have their up-and-coming YouTube channel. So we've got Grim. Grim, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing much. Kicking back, enjoying life. So far. Feeling much better today.
Word. And then also joining us is Zylo. What's going on, buddy?
I think the chicken got Grande.
Yeah, it could have been. He could have gave him the bird virus or something. He was really messing around with that damn chicken.
Chicken pox.
Gave him the chicken disease. So if you have questions, go ahead and get them in. That's what we're here for. Afternoon to everybody in the chat. Glad to see you guys are doing well. Big news today.
Stanley Red's here too.
Who is? Oh, Stanley's here. Okay, good. Hey, I didn't know you were here, but you got to speak up, bud.
Yep, Stanley.
Just ninja does.
I was just studying earlier.
Yeah, I did all my crap yesterday. Yeah, that counting stuff. You know, counting is not that it's hard; it's just so methodical and boring.
Yeah, I got an accounting test today.
God, it is ridiculous because you're sitting there and you're doing it's like, it's just so methodical. God, listing out everything and then just putting it in its proper place, and then balance sheets and everything. You're just like, who did? No. But it's very important for business. It's very important. So it's not hard. Trust me, it's not hard. It's just so time consuming putting that stuff together. So Stanley, we'll get to the questions. You up for doing some questions today, Stanley?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll collect the questions. No Dr. Finn today. That's okay. Well, guys, they bombed suddenly out of nowhere Jedi Training Ray and BB-8, if I'm understanding this correctly, at the same time. Is coming out here in like 3 days, 2 days now.
Yep.
How does everybody feel about that?
I'm happy BB-8's back. Could care less about Jedi Ray, to be honest.
Would have been nice to have a bit more of a heads up.
Yeah, a little bit. So I don't like when CG does that. You know, they do a great job of putting out the updated, event guide, and you kind of get a sense of stuff's coming down the pipe. I mean, if you give somebody a heads up more, and but again, it's been almost 4 months since Jedi Ray came out. So if you're not ready, that's okay. She'll be back again. I just feel bad for those that are farming that were just kind of doing it, casually, just trying to just slowly get the veterans up. And trust me, I know that farm's a nightmare. I did it in like a week and a half, 2 weeks. So I get my Jedi Training Ray when she first came out because I already had the BB-8. But
well, I can tell you why they're doing it this way. It's they're hoping for the panic farmers.
Yes,
the
money.
The guys that I gotta get this now. I'll spend money.
Yeah, you get that spend money on that pack, which is a pretty good pack. I gotta say, I bought the pack. I can't say that it's not a bad pack. It's a good pack. $30, I think, is what it was last time, and for all the shards you got and everything with it, not too shabby. I gotta say. And of all the packs that they've ever put out, that's one of the better ones. For the price, that is.
I like the newer packs that they've been putting out for Visas Mar and Scion, how they actually rounded up the characters to the next star level this time.
Well, yeah, that was a little bit better than it was previously. I'm still not investing in anything.
Like Executioner,
I heard that.
you're stuck at 2 stars unless you
I was
spend
going to
cash.
invest in Vista Mars, man. I was going to go heavy into her. I was like, you know what, I can do that. Let's get a character up and we can show her off something. I'm like, no, fix territory wars, and then you'll have your Ranger J bet 1999 spending money on the game again. But until territory wars are fixed, get that crap fixed. It's unacceptable. So I'm not spending money until they get territory wars locked down and fixed and figured out, because it's awful. But yeah, I'm not spending any cashola right now, which I need to, but I'm not going to. I'd like to finish my Veers and my Stark to gear 11. But I'll just farm it.
Keep following Urban's motto, man.
Yeah,
pay for this shit.
Pay for this shit.
Triple Molly.
Bestest buddy in the whole wide galaxy. So if you're out there trying to get Jedi Training Ray, God bless you. Good luck. If there's anything we can offer to give you some good advice, there isn't. It's just you got to farm the veterans, and it is what it is, man. And if you're close, then maybe you may invest in the pack. That's a decision you'll have to make. I never tell people to spend money. Actually, I'm very conservative when it comes to, though I'm a liberal, about people using money. But for my opinion, Jedi Training Ray is a really good character. BB-8 is a really good character. However, that's something you got to assess. I mean, is it worth it? In my opinion, yeah. But again, everybody's financial situation is different, and you just need to make an assessment of that. I wouldn't go too heavily in them. If you're close, maybe think about it. If you're not, then don't invest tons of money. It's not worth that kind of investment, in my opinion. But that being said, let's get to some questions, Stanley. I'm sure they're already flowing in like the river Styx. What's going on?
I am the Birdman 60. Is Ranger satisfied now they released the changes to the Sith raid?
The Sith raid, I mean, I'm still a little confused. I haven't done heroic yet, so I haven't tested them, so I don't know. We beat the heroic last time, just standard teams. I'll test it out, but I mean, the whole exposed thing kind of had me reeling a little bit. That kind of ticked me off, but until I actually go in there and test it on this next raid, I don't know. So let's see. I'll get back to you on that. Until I can get some data on it, then I'll be able to tell you a little bit more.
Neil Hamp. Question, how long do you think it will be before Death Panda becomes free to play?
He'll be here soon. He's already, in the shipments? I don't know, is he in Chromiums?
Yeah, I think he is. Let me double check real quick.
Yeah, I think he's already there. So in the next week or two, he'll go free to play. I
think
by the end of March,
2 to 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, if that, he'll go free to play.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I think they're going to just do him and Talzin and stuff.
You think they're going to do the cadence all? Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll let it play out a little bit longer, but I think they're going to release Executioner and Talzin eventually here to free to play. I don't know where. Your guess is as good as mine. You have no idea.
I just hope they don't lock them behind light side hard nodes like every other good dark side character.
I think they've done a better job of, if they have been doing that they're in like Arena Store, or they're in the ship shard, or not ship shard, the guild token one. Jesus, I can't even think.
The guild event store.
Yeah, guild event store, or something like that.
Possibly, I can see that.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like
is, something like that, which I'd be fine with. Put them in there. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
fine. Get more hard
at
to do that.
this rate, it's like I don't care where they put them though, because before they actually make them free to play, at this point, it's like I'm gonna have them to almost 6 stars before they make them free to play.
Yeah, I'm just not. My crystals are going into finishing up those last 3.
Oh yeah, no,
I get what you're doing. Trust me, I did it with Kylo Ren. So when he went free to play, I'm like, I'm almost done with them.
And on your question about the chromiums, yes, Executioner is in chromiums.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
And yeah, I don't spend crystals and shipments on Talzin or Wicked or anything like that either.
Vigilante Sentinel just donated $2 and said, "What do you think about CG's letter to us, or to the U.S. or to the us? I don't know if that's supposed to be U.S. or to the us. I think he meant to us. That's okay, Vigilante." I don't know. Was there a letter? I haven't checked any messages or anything today or anything. I'm not sure what he's referring to. Do you guys know? Oh, well, we can, with technology, I can pull it up and look. Let's go. Let's check out the internets. Okay, I'm going to try to pull up the internets. It's always slower when I'm running like all this crap in the background. Because I've got the game, I've got OBS, I've got, oh Lord, YouTube's just sucking the energy out of me. All right, while I look for that, let's get to the next question. Saintly.
Paul Morgan, what team should take priority to max out? First Order, Troopers, or Rex and Rebels team?
Say that one more time.
What team should take priority to max out? First Order, Troopers, or Rex and Rebels team for Arena?
What do you think, Loki? Is Loki there?
Just for Arena? I don't know what the Rebel team is, but I mean, can't go wrong with Rex in Arena. The other two factions, I would max them out for other parts of the game. But First Order right now, you can't hang in Arena, and Troopers can't hang in Arena right now. But they're good in territory wars, they're good in territory battles, and the Sith raid. While the Rex team right now it's solely for Arena. So just depends how you're going to farm, I guess. But for strictly Arena, then you can't go wrong with the Rex team.
Yeah, Rex will always be good. I mean, he's been part of the meta for, good lord, ever since they released him.
Yeah, I agree, Rex.
Oh, they really broke this crap down, didn't they?
Which one was that? The Sith raid nerfs?
I don't know.
I don't know. Someone needs to go to CG and take away their nerf bat.
I don't want to read this, but we'll save this for the Wednesday stream. But you said there was a letter. I guess this is a letter to the community vigilante? Unless he means this one. Are you talking about the exposed one I'm looking at right now? They're vigilant?
He says
CG Top
the letter
Hat.
is very extensive from CG Top Hat.
Yep, this is it then. So this is all about expose. So they reduced it from 0.0004 to 0.002.
Yeah, it's basically that letter. It says they nerfed expose by 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly what we were expecting.
But they didn't say 50% because that sounds threatening. So they did 0.000004 and then to 0.000002, which doesn't sound as threatening.
It's 50%.
Right? But it's 50%. So they didn't want Jedi Training Ray to do that much damage, so that's what they did. And if you're pulling 5 mil, 6 mil right now in heroic, then you're going to expect to maybe pull only 3 mil. Now you just got to budget. You got to have more Ray teams, is all it is, and that's why they brought her back. So you can have 50 Ray teams.
Yeah, it made sense.
In other words, spend more money.
I just ran through this.
Only whales.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. We all knew Ray was going to be good in the Sith raid, so.
True.
Yeah.
Just got to plan accordingly, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But, they haven't buffed any of the other factions, which is kind of sad.
The vigilante. Yeah. They basically spoke directly to Ranger. They did, because this is what I wanted. Makes sense. I kind of see what they're doing.
Well, I mean, I kind of didn't want it because now it's going to put more load on everybody else. So
I do too. I mean,
yeah, it makes you have 50 JTRs.
You have to now, and you have to. Everybody's got to pull their weight, and you gotta budget her for phase 1 and phase 2, unless you're going to whale out on Phoenix, so you have a good 2-3 mil phase 2 team. But I mean, who wants to whale out on Phoenix at this point?
$2 for Vigilante Sentinel says it's really just a letter to you, Ranger. Yeah, because that was my key point. Is like when they said slightly, I went off because I was like, that's ridiculous. Be more specific. So they get into the nitty gritty. See, if they had done this, I may not have liked it, but at least I could understand what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of communication that we need, right? What's the nerf? Why are you doing it? What are you seeing? You know, you can't just say our data shows slightly. That doesn't make any goddamn sense whatsoever. That's what really pissed me off. Like, so you're going to do this nerf and you're not going to tell us why, other than it only have a slightly effect. It's like, no, don't do that. Vigilante saying, so basically for Vigilante, instead of Summers to say Dear Ranger.
Yeah.
But I give them props for putting that out. But at least we kind of understand where they're coming from in that. That makes a little bit more sense. But the exposed thing pissed me off, but it's really this territory war thing. See, that's what I want to see them do next, is for the territory wars, is do the same kind of thing. What are you going to do to fix it? What is your data saying? Because our data is saying something totally different. Trust me, we track this crap. You know, of fixes and things that need to be done. So if they keep that up, then hey, then I can, you know, maybe I'll start spending money again. But I'll wait to see what comes next. All right, let's get to some more questions.
Nathaniel Miller, do you think bringing back JTR is a standard operating procedure for nerfing the raid?
I don't know if it's a nerf to the. You mean so? I guess the question's asking, bringing it back sooner is in response to them doing that, so more people can get it.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because I wasn't expecting her back until what, May at the earliest. We talked about, I think, that previously.
Yeah.
You know, so it could be.
That, I mean, I think the reason why. I'm sorry. I think the reason why is because they got so much backlash from it, and the community's like, well, we all have the requirements and we have the vets and BVA, like, you know, give us JTR so we can at least meet you in the middle for this raid.
Yeah. Makes sense. You know, I don't mind them changing the cadence if it makes sense. That kind of makes sense. If you're going to do a little bit of nerf to that, then give more people the opportunity to get JTR and BB-8.
Yeah, and they've done it for other characters in Legendary events, so
absolutely.
Heroic's no different.
Yeah. I could see that happening why they did it. You know, normally we just think it's a money grab, but maybe there is maybe it's both. They know, and money grab. They got to make it.
I think it's a little bit both.
We joke, we are a little bit tongue in cheek about that. It is a company, guys. They do have to make money, or they can't. If they don't make money, they go out of existence.
Right.
We don't have a game, so it's just the nature of the beast, right? So it is what it is, you know. All right, next question.
Jason Holm, what gear levels do the vets need to be to get JTR?
Oh God, only like 8. Yeah, that's all you need. Trust me.
You don't even need to gear up on.
No, I mean, gear 7, you might still be able to get away with it. I had him gear 8, and it was easy peasy lemon squeezy. Although I did have a gear 11 Finn. That made it a little bit easier. But no, you should be fine. You should be fine with gear 8 on your tunes.
If anything, real quick, to make a note on that,
sure.
Chewie's the only one that you need to really get up to gear 8, because the first phase when you use Han, you really don't use him that much after that. So again, you don't really need to gear Han solo, and as long as you got a good Finn and Rey, you're fine.
Yeah, those are the two that you really need to focus on. All right.
Eric Estrella. Question, what is the minimum gear level to get a 7-star BB-8? I have Gear 11 First Order TIE Fighter Pilot, Gear 8 First Order Officer, First Order Stormtrooper, and Kylo Ren and Gear 6 Phasma. No Zeta on Kylo.
Get your Kylo as high as possible, because the other tunes can die, but if you've got him rocking and rolling... Because remember when I did, I think mine were only Gear 7 and 8 at the time, but my Kylo was Zeta, and he was... Gear 12.
He was mopping the floor with him.
I just basically, the others died, and he was like, okay, I'm angry now. Arr, smash. And he just started wrecking face, right? I think at Gear 10 or 11 on Kylo, you don't even need the Zeta. He just will start kicking the crap out of them. Because once he gets out on one-on-one situation, he's taking damage, and he's just getting angrier, and he just starts wrecking shop, man. You know, starts doing his AoE. It's like, wow. So, yeah, I would do that. Get your Phasma up a little bit, it helps. You get through the first couple of battles, and you get to the final one. The first couple of battles are easy. The last one, it's with Han and them, and they're a little tough, but you know, do what you can, and then just unleash the Kylo.
I bet with Unmasked Kylo, it'll be really easy.
I haven't done it with Unmasked Kylo. I did it with their old First Order team, you know, which I've got them all Gear 11 now, but you know, my Special Forces is 6 stars now, and I'm going to get him up, and he's going to be part of the team. As soon as Executioner comes farmable, I'm stopping what I'm doing wherever he is and farming him.
Oh, same here.
That team will really kick ass with him in the lineup and stuff. With Special Forces and Executioner, with Kylo Ren and Mass Double Zeta, I'll get the hell out of here. Because the next Zeta I am going to be putting on First Order Stormtrooper. Loki convinced me.
That's awesome. That's gonna be fun.
We can't argue with Loki. Loki and logic, they both start with L. That's science.
Added some fuel to that fire too.
That's right. All right, let's get some more questions.
Bimasu, question for Loki. How good is Visa's Mar? Where do you use her?
Oh, Visa Mar question for Loki.
I'm trying her in arena, so I've been sitting on a what am I using her right now? Rex team. So Rex, Visa Mars, Mother Talzin. I ran First Order Stormtrooper and General Kenobi. That's my team right now, so it's pretty fun.
Ew, that's nasty.
That is nasty. Say that team again, just so people can cream.
So it's Rex lead with Visa's Mar, Mother Talzin, First Order Stormtrooper, and General Kenobi.
God bless America.
So, it's the buffet. It's basically a buffet arena team, so it's got every faction in it. Hopefully, you know, it's pretty fun. But outside of arena, I mean, she does really good in arena. I saw like a bunch of the Palpatines went away. The Night Sisters are coming back because they do really good against Rex. So we're gonna be in this. At least on my chart, you know, everybody's changing up to whoever it is now. So everybody's going back to the comment Ranger made. It was just everybody has multiple arena teams ready to go, right? So
yeah, I mean, you have to, you know. I mean, if you're in a newer shard, not so much. But when you get to a shard that's ours 2+ years old, I mean, you've got to have multiple teams, and I love it. Everybody runs Emperor Palpatine. I'm like, okay, Rex team, Titan team, here we go. I win, you know. I mean, unless you get bad RNG. Variety. You know, you can get bad RNG on anything. You know, once in a blue moon, you're like, really?
Yeah, there's a lot of variety now. But other arena teams I'm trying her with. I tried her with Palpatine lead. She's a cool like 5th tune. Her heal and her revive is really unexpected. She works good in a JTR team. In arena as well, and then going over to the raid, I think she's like super dominant in the raid. I don't think CG wanted us to buy her, honestly, because again, there wasn't a lot of
hype about her.
There wasn't a lot of hype. There wasn't a lot of fluff videos out there from the Game Changers about just specifically her, right? Everybody was creaming for Scion.
Understandably,
you know, another team that popped up on my shard is the same like Rex team, but instead of General Kenobi, I saw people using Scion and Visa's Mar on a hybrid team.
Oh,
so
God. That
was kind of annoying. I mean, because every time you hit Scion, right, then he gets all the turn meter from Rex. So there'd be times I'm fighting the team, right, and it'd be like 5v1, and their Scion perfectly times the hatred or whatever the buff is, so he keeps rezzing. So that essentially could time out the battle. It's happened to me a couple of times. It was like painful to watch, but putting Scion on a hybrid team actually, I think, is probably one of the best arena teams right now. I don't think he works good with EP lead, and then when Traya comes,
Traya's going to be a game changer.
I hope so. I
looked at her kit again, and I'm really impressed with her kit. I think her and Scion and together, throw in a Nihilus. I think the Sith team could really make a comeback, because that team, good Lord, I was looking at that and just thinking of the possibilities. Like, that's ridiculous. You put an assassin on there and get them going first. Oh my God. and put a trooper in there. Oh my god! I mean, your team goes first. They can't hit you. They have to get their trooper who's doing his crap, and then you've got Traya, Nihilus, and Scion all doing their thing. Oh my god, you're gonna just wreck fools.
Yeah, Treya's definitely gonna be a game changer when people start getting her.
Yeah,
I hope she is.
Yeah, I think
she's gonna be amazing.
I'm just on the fence because she has no turn meter gain.
No, but I think you get that from the team. I mean, I think when you put them together with Assassin and Troopers, just throw that team out there. Think about what you don't really need to because you got Assassin speeding them up. And then you start throwing all their debuffs and then Nihilus doing his thing. And then, I mean, you're going to be wrecking some people. I mean, just eating their breakfast.
Just think about her under an EP lead. There's your turn meter gain. Because she's got to be, I mean, every time she hits with her basic, any debuffs that are on your team are going to that one character that you're hitting.
Yep. My God, how do you think about him for Palpatine? You can put that team in there. Oh, imagine that team. Oh God, Jesus.
You know, Traya inflicts all debuffs on allies to target enemy for 1 turn. If any debuffs were inflicted, reduce the cooldown of Saber Storm by 1. And it also inflicts daze for 2 turns.
Yeah, I just think
that's nasty.
And that's just her basic.
Vader and Palpatine drop all their debuffs and stuff. Everybody, then all of a sudden Traya's like, "Hi, here, have them all back." Oh,
man.
You know, she's gonna be awesome on an EP team, but she's also gonna be able to counter EP teams.
Yeah, I think it's gonna
put. You could just put EP Vader and the Triumvirate together, and that'd be a nasty team right there.
Yep.
What's the name of this team? I win. What do you mean? I win.
Try me.
All right, next question, please. Sanely.
Luke Thyrocker. Next Zeta question. First Order Stormtrooper, Ahsoka Tano, Fulcrum, or maybe Sabine. I'm refusing the Emperor Palpatine Zeta and still finish top 5 with Jedi Training Rey.
Well, you guys tell me what you think, but I think First Order Stormtrooper if you're doing a First Order team. Only if you're doing a First Order team. After that...
Yeah, because his Zeta doesn't work if he's not on a First Order
Well,
team.
no, Loki uses him. He's really good. But, I mean, if you're going to invest, you go all in, you know. But First Order Stormtrooper as just a tank, if he gets his Zeta, is pretty decent. He just does more for the First Order. And then, you know...
I don't have him Zeta, so...
I think... I'm not a big fan of the Zeta on Fulcrum. I would say Sabine next and then Fulcrum. You know, I don't know, Loki, you made the investment in Fulcrum when she first came out and stuff. I mean, you're not too happy. Loki?
No reply.
No, I didn't invest in her when she first came out.
Yes, you did. You were loving her like she was.
No, that wasn't me, man. That's Turbo, man. Turbo had a hard on.
You were invested in her too, Loki. You loved her. She was the precious for a hot minute for you.
No, I never. I mean, I use her for territory war, and that's it. That's all she's good for me.
Yeah.
I never. I did it for territory war, honestly. No, it is what it is. First Order Stormtrooper is good. If your JTR team's not maxed out, I would do your JTR team because it sounds like you're running that in arena. So just make sure all that's maxed out before you go outside of the resistance.
Yeah.
But First Order Stormtrooper can't. It's not bad.
Yeah, I'd say Faust and Fulcrum's got a lot of viability. I mean, like Loki said with Territory Wars, and then she could do some good damage for you in the Sith raid too. So I'd say Fulcrum is the second, and then Sabine.
What's Sabine's Zeta? Is that the one that gives her stagger on her grenade or something like that?
It gives like stacking exposed for how many Phoenix members you have, and then the extra statistic buffs too.
Yeah, but they just nerfed exposed too, so she's not going to do a lot.
Yeah, that's why I said Fulcrum instead of Sabine, because I mean, granted you're getting more synergy with the whole Phoenix squad, but I'd say more damage with Fulcrum's more important than putting Zetas on the Phoenix squad.
And we know
Ahsoka. So the Zeta on fulcrum is just it's unavoidable, right? It's not damage related, or
it's armor. Yeah, it avoids armor, and then it's a hard hitting player in general. So I mean, how many tunes hit like that? You know?
Yeah. No, I use fulcrum in the Sith raid too.
Yeah, I didn't know. I use her.
About it.
I mean, she's
there's that one team that's been popping up in phase 2 with Ewoks a lot. That's called Snippet. The one. I can't remember the YouTuber off the top of my head, but
McMole did a video on that.
Yeah, good old McMole.
Yeah, it's a good 2.4 million damage team. It's a Chirpa Zeta lead, Ewok Elder, Wicket. I think it was Law Gray, and then Fulcrum.
Indeed.
So
yeah, it was a good video. It used, I mean, since the Ewoks pass out buffs like mad.
Oh yeah, that makes sense for her.
And then she just whirlwinds and whirlwinds and whirlwinds.
Yeah, and she's knocking Scion out, and again, it gives you at least 2 mil. So
yeah, she's got to use. I use her in Territory Wars. So she's pretty dynamite. I got to get her to gear 11, but I'm finishing Empire first and Troopers to gear 11, and then I'll go back and finish that team, and then I'm going all in on Night Sisters. There is a plan.
Yeah, Night Sisters, man. I need to farm them up too.
I've got the only one I don't have done is Acolyte. She's 6 stars. I need to get her to 7, but the other ones are unlocked and somewhat geared. I've got to get Talzin, but till Talzin becomes free to play, I'm not even worried about it. Once she becomes free to play, then I'll rock and roll heavily on her as well. All right, next question, Sanely.
Doc Ariok, do you think, or how do Sith Raid issues compare to AAT launch? I started November 2016.
Well, I don't know about this. Goes back to you and me, Loki, back in our day, Heroic AAT. I don't remember a lot of issues with Heroic AAT. Do you?
No, there were
a few things. We had the Xylo thing, but I mean, there really wasn't a lot of bugs or issues or anything.
Well, the Xylo thing, they didn't nerf until like what? You had a good 5 months.
It took them a while to figure out how to because it was the escape mechanic. It wasn't an actual character thing. It was actually a part of the raid. And like, how the hell do we fix this? But
don't forget about the Maul thing.
There was Maul. There was clones. There was, Newt Gunray. There was
New TV.
There were a lot of things that they nerfed. I mean, I'll
but they were over time. They weren't immediate, reactionary things.
Yeah, they weren't immediate like they are now. We're going on what? We're going on 2 weeks with Stormtrooper Han now, so since launch. So depending on when they're going to launch it, if they launch it tomorrow or Thursday or Friday, but they're following the same path. I mean, they're making their tweaks. They're closing up some loopholes that they didn't see at first, and making it challenging. I mean, it's supposed to be hard, so
yeah.
But the tank definitely had its share of bugs.
I don't remember anything that was so like just ridiculous that you're like. I mean, honestly, the Sith raid doesn't have that many bugs. I mean, yeah, there's always tweaking when it comes to raid, but I just don't remember Heroic AAT having that kind of issue.
Heroic AAT still has bugs. I mean, there's the Mother Talzin Plague bug in Phase 4 that they haven't fixed.
Yeah,
yet.
I think as they introduce new characters to the raid mechanic that were not a part of the raid mechanic when they first launched, can always lead to bugs. That's a great point, Loki, because you just don't know how a new ability like Plague or something like that is going to affect something you didn't have accounted for when you put the raid together. That's a great point.
Well, like Wampanator,
Mm-hmm.
Wampa is completely owned in Heroic AAT with Zeta now, so I think it's only a matter of time before they actually do give us characters that'll allow us to, get the raids on farm.
Hey,
the Sith raid on farm.
Yeah. Hey, Bing NKC had a nice comment. Says, guys, never managed to catch this live as I'm in the UK, normally at work. Just like to say good work on your live streams. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
let's get to some more questions. Let's start knocking them out. We've got Loki, we've got Graham, we've got Saintly, we've got Zeiss, Zios, Zeosabub.
All right.
All right, Saintly.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Pennypinch question. I have Vet Honda 7-star and am barely 4-star for Vet Chewy. If I buy the pack, do you think I have enough time to farm through shipments and Cantina to get JTR?
Oh, Christ. Let's see. 4-star to 5. I don't know how many stars you have. You'll definitely put you in the 5-star range. So he comes out in 2 days, and then it'll be out for a week. So 9 days, heavily farming into there. If you average like I did, 12 to 14. Let's do this math real quick.
Go to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.life.
Oh, yeah, it'll tell you what you need to farm. Yeah, it'll tell you what you need to farm to get it.
Actually, Mr. Pennypinch, I just tagged you in the RSG Discord with the website of the farming guide for Veteran Han and Chewbacca. With the Swigga Live.
I was getting 12 to 16 shards a day. So average about 14. 140 shards from 5. He's going to be short. He's going to have to do something crazy. Because he needs how many shards? So that's 85, 185. I don't know how close he is to 5-star though. Only barely a 4-star vet chewy. So I'll say 60, right? That's 240 shards, say. If you divide that by 10 days, he's got to average, 24 shards a day? Now, if he does the 50, pretty much puts him at 5-star. That means he has about 185, 190. And then if you do that, so he'll have to average 19 a day. It's still going to be close.
Yeah, you're going to have to be on the mark with all your energy refreshes and stuff for that.
Yeah.
If you want to make it on time.
Hopefully they give you guys a double drop, which they've done in the past.
That would be nice.
So just stick with it. Stay tuned, Mr. Pennypinch. I mean, for right now, it's going to be close. With the if you get the 50 shards from the pack, there's no way you can do it without the 50 pack though. You're too far away. That's 240 shards in 10 days, unless they do double drops. So they do double drops, and then all bets are off. But I can't tell you if they're going to do that or not. All right, next question.
Vigilant Sentinel.
Hey.
With Battlefront 2 being such a dumpster fire, should we ever worry about them pulling the plug on this game?
No. They'll stick with it as long as people are playing it and people are paying for it. The Old Republic is still going, and it's lost huge membership. They just went to a free-to-play mechanic, and they'll do the same thing there too. Hopefully the VA and the government and all this other stuff that I'm owed gets in, then I will be getting the Xbox this week. God damn it. One or the other, I'm going to, by hook or crook, if I have to go prostitute myself, I'm getting that goddamn thing this week, and we can start playing some Xbox. I won't be investing in anything. We'll just be playing Battlefront and having fun, but we'll see how it goes. But I'm kind of at the mercy of other people still, and I hate it. I'm so sick of it. It's like every goddamn day. It's, really? What's your excuse now? All right, next question.
Adamtron, question, best Wampa team. Let's theorycraft.
There's a team in Arena that it's driving me absolutely bonkers, and I'm trying to think of it. It was Wampa with Zombie, General Kenobi, Mother Talzin, and who else? Mother Talzin, who's the fifth? I have to look. That team is a pain in the ace. Let me look. Because I was looking at that team like, oh my god. Oh, Rex. Oh my god. That team is disgusting. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know who had it. There it is, right there. It's number 1 right now. 83 GP. And that team is ridiculous. Weak Zombie, Mother Talzin, it's not even 7 stars. Kenobi, Rex, and Wampa. Oh my god. When I first faced that team, I'm like, I'll just go wreck this. And I died. It's a pain in the ass team, man. That team right there is dynamite.
So it was Rex, Lead, Wampa, Mother Talzin, GK, and Zombie.
Yeah. I mean, because so here's the thing with my Titan team. If I stun Talzin, Rex gets her off the stun. She goes right. If I stun Rex, Talzin goes because she's behind 2 tanks. Because Kenobi and him are going. I have to have my Luke try to hit Talzin, but then next turnaround they're going. It's just, and Wampa's just getting angrier and angrier. I've eventually figured out how to beat it, but I was like, good lord, what is this? Like, I have 100,000 GP and they have 83. How am I getting stomped? That's because if you don't hit it right. If you don't hit in the right order, you will get smoked big time. I mean, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That team will wreck your crap. But the Emperor Palpatine lead can take it out. It's not that team does fine with it, But oh my god, oh my god! I went in there with my Jedi training meeting, like, I got stomped. Then I had to go like, wait a minute, let me figure this out.
Yeah, that one actually sounds like a pretty fun team to play.
Mm-hmm. 'Tis true. 'Tis true. All right, next question, please.
Danilo Papayas. Question, have you ever used a cloned and/or Jedi team with a General Kenobi lead?
Yes. Not good. Don't do it.
The only thing that I actually like about that is like Rex stealth, but that you don't want that. No.
I mean, so I use the Zaris Kenobi Rex 5 team with Nihilus on Territory Wars to clean out CLS. It has its uses, but that's about it. I mean, clones. We thought when the territory battles on the light side came out that clones would be amazing, and I have clones, and I have Princess Leia, and I was like, okay, let's try this out, and I did, and I'm like, whoa, no, just don't do enough damage. It's good against in teams in territory wars, but it's not really great anywhere else. It's not great in raids, and it's just ugh. And I've kind of played around with different lineups, with clones and Anakin and Kenobi, clones and Zaris. I mean, that's the one with the Zaris and Rex. It's the best one I've found for combination for being CLS. But other than that, no.
You know what we need? Maybe a rework of clones with Delta Squad.
Yeah, like stretch the faction out more, like they've done with Night Sisters, or.
Well, we don't really need light side anymore. We need just a boatload of dark side in the game. I mean, we need some serious dark side love.
Yeah,
we're short. 20
Delta Squad.
I know, but that's something down the future, man. Let's be evil for a while. Let's get the evil factions going, ships, everything.
True.
Let's just go.
We need Dr. Afra and her 2 droids.
We need
Mr. Bones.
We need evil. We need the Inquisitors. We need.
Yes, please.
Who else do we need? The Knights of Ren. We need Praetorian Guard. We need Flame Trooper. We need all kinds of stuff.
How about 4 new stormtroopers from Vader's Fist, the 501st?
We could do that. I'm down for anything evil coming into the game. Light side is fine. Trust me, light side is fun. We need more just characters on the dark side. All right, next question.
Clayton Benjamin. I'm trying to get the Nightmare team going. Do I need a fast Sith trooper?
A Nightmare team? You need Scion Zeta. That's what you need.
Well, he's talking about speed on the trooper, so let's focus on that. What do you think? Well, Salem, you haven't answered any questions. You're doing a great job reading them, but what do you think, bud?
Yeah, I think you need a fast Sith trooper because it feeds turn meter to the rest of the group.
I agree. Fast assassin, fast trooper makes the Sith very happy. And a happy Sith is someone who's sticking a lightsaber in somebody's throat. Okay. That's science.
Brygon Ruby questioned, what do you think about maxed Kylo Ren unmasked with 2 Zetas, First Order Stormtroopers Zeta, General Kenobi, OG Han, and another heavy hitter? Who would each of you choose around the core?
Colorado.
Could you read it back one more time?
Yeah.
Okay, so a maxed Kylo Ren unmasked with 2 Zetas, First Order Stormtrooper Zeta, General Kenobi, and OG Han. Who would we pick as the 5th?
Executioner.
Yeah, Executioner would just. Oh my God. I mean, you could go with.
Make them pretty damn weak, and then the Executioner will just come and mop them up.
So many possibilities you could go with that team. I mean,
I could answer for Loki too. Visas.
Was that your answer, Loki? Visas, Mar?
It could be. Yeah.
Like you said, she's a great fit.
You can put Wampa in there if you want. You know, I mean, I don't know. It's the 5th tune, so there's a lot of good ones out there.
Well, to be honest, under a crew lead, GK and Han wouldn't really work too well.
You really don't.
I mean, you want more First Order.
Yeah, it just gets them going. The ideal team in mind is First Order, and it's first. Kylo Ren unmasked with 2 Zetas, which I have. Stormtrooper with the Zeta, because he does assist encounters and all that stuff. First Order officer, and then you put an Executioner and Special Forces TIE Fighter pilot. That team will wreck. It could probably do well in arena if I could ever, get it rocking and rolling.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because it just does so much. It debuffs, it buffs itself, it just does turn meter, it reduces turn meter. It's just an Executioner. When he gets going, he hits like a goddamn truck. I mean, he is disgusting. That's why he's still behind a paywall, because I've seen some of the stats and numbers on Executioner and raids and other things. It's like, oh my God, that dude's disgusting.
Oh yeah, his death blow where he hits him with the axe. I've seen it do 150k to GK at full health and kill him.
Yeah, just insane how hard that dude hits. Special Forces TIE Fighter hits like a truck too. And you're feeding turn meter with Kylo unmasked and First Order officer, and you're getting all the assist and everything with when you get the Zeta and stuff with First Order Stormtrooper. I mean, that team is really good. It's just a heavy investment, and I'm making the investment. So, it's just a matter of when Executioner comes behind the paywall, he will be mine. Oh yes, he will be mine.
And what's hilarious is under a crew lead with Executioner, you start to see Executioner getting healed for more and more and more to where, like, every time he's gaining 1 buff, he's like healing 20k.
And that team buffs the hell out of themselves, and just it's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. All right, next question, kind sir.
Brygon Ruby, how do you mod Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum?
How did I mod her? Let me look. Let's see.
You mod her with mods.
Well, I went health and crit chance with a lot of them, secondaries being offense. Because she is squishy. But a lot of offense, a lot of crit chance. You just want her damage, good. I have a crit avoidance on her just because it's got a 15 speed mod on it. But yeah, offense. I put some health and stuff on her. And just, offense and crit chance. I just want her hitting hard and, being able to survive a little bit.
That reminds me, Grande was talking about Fulcrum doing a, modding her for protection. Because she gives herself plus 40% protection on every basic.
Right.
So.
I'm not worried about protection on her because she gives herself protection and stuff. It's more about her health. I do offense. So I want her to hit hard and crit chance. You can go crit damage on her as well. I mean, there's no just you want to think offensive minded for Ahsoka Tano. So that's where I kind of went with her.
I see what you're talking about, though, with the protection, Grim, because I used to run my Xylo like that with a fat amount of protection to keep him going, and that's a good way with Fulcrum, and she's constantly regaining that protection, too. So.
Yeah. I don't worry too much about protection on her.
Well, you could get like speed secondaries and offensive secondaries, and
sure. You
run.
want to put a
make
a little bit more
protection
protection on her. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I just wanted her to hit as hard as I could get her to hit. Offense and crit chance.
Especially for the raid, yeah.
You know, because I know she's going to regen protection, so I'm not worried about it. Especially with the team I have her running under. All right, next question.
Bing NKC. What is the minimum I have to take vets to get JTR? Was hoping Gear 7, level 70. Already have BB-8 at Gear 11 and Ray Scavenger Gear 9 and Zeta Finn Gear 9.
Yeah, you're fine. Maybe Gear 8 if you just want to be a little bit safe, but give him up. I'd say get him to level 80. But yeah, you're fine. You're fine with that. 70 is a little low, but you can get him. I think you have to be level 80 to run him in there, don't you?
They just need to be 7-star.
7-star, okay.
I think.
I didn't know if there was a level requirement for him. But yeah, you'll be fine. Trust me, that it's not a hard thing to do. I mean, I've go back and watch our videos. I've recorded it. You know, we've got a video of me doing the JTR event. You know, I was doing the voices too. Finn was doing the voices of Ray. I'm doing like Han and Chewie and
Kylo.
And Kylo. Finn's like, I'll do Ray. I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, look at me, I got a stick. I'm like, oh God, Finn, you're such a... I'm being serious. I'm like, all right, listen here, Chewie, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna kill these damn stormtroopers and Falcon. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, oh God damn it, Finn.
Paul Bracamonte, best way to mod Vader?
Let's see, Vader. Let's see, what do I have him at?
I mod him with.
I think I did potency and crit
sets.
chance. 4 potency mods on there, crit chance, and then speed. Although I don't. Oh, I just did potency. I didn't really worry about the speed on here. I have to remod him a little bit with his potency, but I'm not using him right now, so I've just got this just for things. But yeah. But yeah.
Also note the speed too. Like Vader, you want your Vader going first.
Yeah, if I use him more than I do now, then I would put speed on him and stuff, but I'm not too worried about it because he's never been. I don't use him for lead or anything now, and so I'm just like, okay, I've got potency mods on him. If I put him in the arena, he's going to hit hard, and I know his potency, his debuffs will land. So, I got EP's is Zeta, so I'm not too worried about it. Vader, I do have Zeta on his leader, but I just haven't used Vader that much, so. I'll remod him here. I've got so many mods.
I definitely got to break the dust off my Vader because I know for a fact he's got all crit damage mods.
Yeah, if you're going to use him for arena, you need speed out the ass on him. I'm not using him right now, but I'll remod him for speed and potency.
Yeah, I'll remod mine here sooner than later as soon as I get a couple more good speed mods.
Oh, Mike Hunt is in chat right now.
Mike. Oh no! Oh, Mike.
Mike Hunt.
Hello. Drinking some coffee. I'm Mike Hunt.
Eddie's in the chat now.
Yep, good old Mikey.
Yeah.
Our fellow YouTuber, and you can check him out on Saturdays on Jedi Academy. Him and Turbo. He's the interpreter for Turbo because Mike's proper English and Turbo is Northern English, and there is a difference because sometimes Turbo talks and I'm like, Mike, what did he say? He's like, oh, I'll break it down for you. He's C3PO.
Yeah, Mike, I can understand.
C3PO. That's what he is. Mike is our C3PO.
Oh my God.
And Turbs is like all, what did he say?
Yeah.
I didn't catch a word of that.
I love Turbo. He's amazing.
Turbs is cool.
He's awesome. He's such a good guy.
I love how the last time they were on the show, he did something where he stole his idea and he was like, "Let me interpret that for him real quick." I was dying laughing. Yeah, every time they're on the show, man, those two are a hoot.
Oh no! All right, next question. Let's knock out some more questions here.
Kaya Apolinario. Sorry if I butchered that. My Han is 14 out of 100 and Chewie 44 out of 100. Can I make it?
Yes. You're well within the range.
I'd say.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Do your refreshes and.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You don't even need to get.
Just don't slow down. Don't slow down. Keep your cadence and keep doing what you're doing.
That's
get them
like
up.
100 something. Yeah, easily you can get it. I would have the pack as a backup if they bring it out, just so you know. But I would do the crystal refreshes, and yeah, you're nearing 7 stars on both of them. You'll be fine. You'll be okay.
Okay, that guy. Now that mods are purchased with credits, have they nerfed the speed procs? Because I can't seem to get any secondary speed.
Loki, you didn't answer this, buddy. He was, because I'm always giving Loki a hard time, and I do it out of love. But Loki was pulling mods yesterday. One had 12, I think one had 15 or something. Then he went to do the refresh. He got 1 speed.
No, it was a 17 and a 19, man. Come on.
No,
But I
it
can't
said
get 20,
16, man.
That's
No,
still
I mean
crazy.
total.
But he did a refresh. He got 1 speed. I was like, ha ha ha! Even the gods among us are mortal. Well, what do you think about that, Loki? Though, I mean, do you think that there's some kind of something to that point?
No, I mean it's
a gamble,
total
right?
RNG.
Yeah.
I mean, the way mods are set up, they're not predetermined. So
No.
you could level up a mod today, and you could level up the same mod tomorrow. It's all RNG.
Yeah.
But I'm noticing in the shop, I mean, there's a lot more that have speed secondary if that's what you're going for.
Yeah.
So, I say, take advantage of it where you can. Just be aware, we're going to burn all our ship credits and they're going to drop ships on us. So they always do that.
Not me.
And the level cap.
They let us burn resources just before they drop something really cool. So,
Oh yeah, I'm being very, very, very particular.
yeah. That's
I
the
have
only thing I would say.
And I'm not
4.4.
even using ships. I mean, I've got almost 17 now. I'll wait territory, or GW to refresh, and so I get my 24 in. But that'll be a bunch of more credits. I mean, if I see a mod in there for 3-something million that's gold that has speed in a certain spot and it's a certain type of mod, I will get it. But that's it. I'm not investing in the purple or the blues or no. But gold mods I'll invest.
Yeah, I mean,
but even then, you're right. It's a gamble. I've had gold mods where I got 21 speed, and then I got some that got 13. I'm like, you mother.
And then you get one that has 5 because it didn't roll on any of the speeds.
That's right. It's like I got nothing. So it's a
See,
gamble.
I've been staying away from that store because I don't want to spend all my currency in there because I will. It's like I really want to buy all those mods, but I know they're gonna drop something on us the second I spend all my currency on there.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a buffer. I mean, I'm about to, I'll be back to 20 million. I always keep a buffer. Once I hit 20 million, then I'll spend something. Either I'll get a character, I'll spend 5 million to get a character to 85, or I will buy a mod, depending. Like I'm about to go do Imperial Super Commando, just because it's for a ship and stuff. He's already level 70. I'll just get him to 85. So, 3-4 million, once I get to 20, and it still leaves me a nice buffer, with my credits, so having a buffer is important. I do the same thing with ships. I got almost 2 million ship credits. When I see something, I'll spend all the ship credits. I'm trying to get them all to 85, and I've only got 5 ships left to farm. So, they're all, is what it is. I'll get them all leveled up and everything. Now, once I'm done with that, once I get them all to 85, then I'll start spending some of my ship credits into mods. Why? Because, other than just getting stars, which, doesn't take long to get ship credits, then, I'm not too worried about it. I'll leave a buffer and like, okay, I'll spend 1.2. I've got 500K for this ship. Okay, good. I'll go, or 250K, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You have to be smart about managing your money.
Yeah, and I agree with what Loki was saying too. They're going to drop a lot of ships on us sooner than later, I think. And then on top of that, with the new raid release, every time they've released a raid, they did the level caps too. And, you could even think of a possibility of, instead of them just going from 90, they could even just go straight to a level 100. You never know.
I don't think so. 5 at a time is always
I don't
been
know
the
if they
thing.
do that.
No, it's always been 5 at a time.
This is the first time they dropped level 100 on the raid boss, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the raid bosses being in on heroic level 100.
They'll go 90, but yeah, I mean, eventually we'll get to 100, but I think they'll go. Do you imagine the uproar if we had to go 15 levels? The people would lose their mind. They would.
Oh yeah, but it's way more end game content.
Yeah, but people would quit. They're like, I'm not leveling to 100. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that, and we don't have the
there's no way
in-game income
we can't even afford it.
Get there. I mean, one character probably to go from 85 to 100 for one character will be probably 20 million credits.
It'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, probably 20 million
for one character.
No, they ain't doing that. If they do, people will quit. I'll tell you that right
now. And
now.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to see the level cap go up to 100. I would just again noting that the raid bosses are level 100, and every time that they've released a new raid, them releasing the level cap. And you got to think level 100 for the tunes will be a someday thing.
I mean, I can see them going to 90 here pretty soon, because that's just what they do,
Yeah. So it is
what sucks for me. I'm broke, but anyways.
All right, next question.
Nathaniel Miller, question: has anybody found any good free-to-play teams for Sith Raid Phase 1 without JTR?
Troopers are good. What other teams? Troopers we know
Troopers. I've run Juggermaw in there and got almost 2 million.
Yeah, you can do that.
I was thinking Grand Admiral Thrawn lead, but I haven't tried it yet.
I'm trying to think of the other teams. Troopers. I really want to test out the Jedi, Qui-Gon Zeta on Phase 2 against Sion, because he can't hit them. And they're just, with Grandmaster Yoda and stuff. I think once I get Hermit Yoda, I will try that team. Put Hermit Yoda in there with Anakin.
Yeah, interesting. I forgot the other day.
And just go.
And imagine how hard you're going to be hitting Sion with Jedi.
I know. They do a little pokey poke.
Yeah, there was one lady that was on the Nerf Herders that said the Qui-Gon Jinn lead with Anakin that did really good in Phase 2.
Yeah, I think it's a strong team just because they get the buffs and you got foresight everywhere. San can't hit them, the other mobs can't hit them. I mean, put a Grandmaster Yoda in there who also gets the buff and he's doing, tenacity up and everything else. I mean, it's pretty damn good. It's a team I'm going to try.
Yeah, pretty much for any of the Sith raid. Team plus Hermit Yoda. Hermit Yoda's should be in all.
I'm farming him. Yeah, I mean, it's stopped me a little bit on my gear farm, but there's other ways to get gear. So I'm just going all in on Hermit Yoda to unlock him. So I mean, it's going to take a while.
Yeah, I can't tell you. Sorry, I couldn't tell you how many team compositions I've run with my Hermit Yoda in the Sith raid already.
Yeah, but I mean, he's the only character that you can use multiple times in the Sith raid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fun using them too with other teams because, I mean, Master's Training's fun, and then the healing and the stealth mechanic keeps every team alive. And I've been, playing with teams that aren't, as durable, so that way they will die before the end rage and, escape with Hermit Yoda and kind of get an idea of what teams are going to work better with him.
All right, next question.
Danilo Papayas, question: if we get Bosk and ships for him, Dengar, and IG-88, what would be a capital ship that could have either a scoundrel or bounty hunter synergy?
Jesus.
Oh, what was the name? One of the Hutts could do it. I forget who it was.
Pudding the Hutt. I guessed.
Because no, there was one of the Hutts that all he did was sit back on his freaking ship all the time, and that's where he worked out of. I forget what the dude's name was, though.
Oh, I don't know. You tell me, brother.
I can't remember either, Grim.
But yeah, they could do. I forget his name, but they could do that guy as a scoundrel capital ship. What was that?
What about the one from the Clone Wars series?
The blue one? I forget that dude.
Yeah,
that's
Cyril.
I think that was the chick or dude
Zero,
or something.
Yeah.
Zero? I don't think it was Zero.
Cyril or something like that.
I'm pulling a blank right now. Been a long time.
Yeah,
but yeah, they could do one of the huts.
Could do a hut ship. Yeah, I could see that. All right, 2 more questions.
Mike Hunt, question: do you think we'll get
not him. All right,
do you think we'll get bounty hunters, and will they solo Sith raid at level 90?
No idea, and no idea, because bounty hunters are poop.
It would be nice, but yeah.
Your guess is as good as mine, homie. I couldn't tell you a goddamn thing about damn Sith. Damn bounty hunters. No, I dare.
Okay, Bing NKC found Jawa engineer to be a little star in phase 1 and 2 of the Sith raid. What's the best team to run him in currently? I use him with Akbar, CLS, BB-8, Thrawn, and LD. It's LD.
Anybody?
I'm sorry.
I haven't tried him in the raid yet, so I couldn't answer that.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. One more time.
He found Jawa engineer to be very good. What would be the best team to run Jawa engineer with?
Droids. Yeah, HK, IG-88, IG-86, and I mean R2 or B2 super battle droid. I mean, get a lot of turn meter, a lot of AoEs, a lot of buffs right away. But I mean, you're not going to get the buffs in the raid. It's just more of keep the turn meter going, keep them hitting everything really.
All right, one more question.
Okay, Mr. Pennypincher, question: my wife and I planned our vacation this summer and decided we're going to our usual place to stay, Pete, Florida, and also stopping in Woodbine, Georgia to see my favorite aunt.
Where the hell is that? Oh my God, Woodbine, Georgia. That just sounds like in the middle of BFE. Okay, go ahead.
Can we set up 2 and then it just stops?
Actually, it continues.
It continues. Okay, hang out, Ranger, and Xylo, and I can maybe hang out when I get to St. Pete, Florida. Yeah, you know what? I'm always down to hang out. I don't know where the hell Woodbine, Georgia is. I'm in Atlanta, and if I have to drive 3 or 4 hours away to Woodbine, Georgia, I don't know, Mr. Pennypincher. Oh Lord.
I'm in St. Pete, Florida, man. But
you come to Atlanta. There's more to do. From Woodbine, Georgia.
Fun.
Just come out and we'll go get some food and stuff, man. But yeah, I'm always down to hang out with anybody. You can go to Florida and go to Disney World and hang out with Zion, and y'all can do Star Wars stuff together.
Yeah, I've abused Disney too much, so I'm always up to go again, though.
When you wish upon a star. Okay, that's all the questions it looks like to me. I think we're covered, right, Stanley?
Yeah, earlier Vigilant Sentinel wanted to know whether he should drink beer at 9:40 a.m., but then later he said never mind. But now he wants to know if I skipped it.
Yeah.
If you're Irish or Scottish, there is no such thing as too early.
Yeah, that's called breakfast. Okay, so that's all the questions. All right, cool. We'll do our normal thing here. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed your lunch break. If you are listening to this afterwards, you can, of course, listen to it on YouTube, and you can follow the chat along. They've got that feature where you can recheck the chat and everything as it happened, kind of like that new feature. Or you can go to the iTunes store and download us on the podcast. Loki, you're getting ready to go back to work, or get ready to go to work, right?
Actually, he already went back to work.
He already went to work. Okay, so we lost Loki. Make sure you check out his lightsaber builds and stuff. Zion, where can people check you out at?
Yeah, just go ahead and Google Xylo Takedown, SWGOH. I got my own YouTube channel. Just put out a couple of videos over the weekend. Going to be putting out some more stuff on the Sith raid. Yeah, I love Theorycraft and all that stuff too. And thanks for having me on the show again too, you guys.
Absolutely, man. Zabel's above has spoken. And then Grim, you got some stuff going on, right?
I've been working on getting some Sith raid stuff here. I'll be posting them up here soon on my channel. Search Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Grim, look for the skull with the Anarchy symbol on the forehead. Yeah.
All right. Anything you want to pimp, Stanley? Or are you just glad to be alive and in the world playing Star Wars Galaxy Heroes?
Yeah. That.
Word. That's science.
Stanley likes the long walks on the beach too.
That's right.
I was just joking.
Chasing the chickens. We have our field reporter Grande here tomorrow, and he can give us an update on the chicken. But remember, guys, tomorrow we'll have our lunch stream again, and then tomorrow night is the weekly stream at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we break down the latest and greatest Star Wars Galaxy Heroes and tell you what it all means. That's what we do. Make sure to give us a thumbs up, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you get the alerts so you know when we're streaming. Sometimes we do streams just out of the blue. You can always come hang out with us. Got a lot of cool stuff heading down the pike, for the channel. We're going to keep growing, but we're getting closer to 3,000, so we'll have to come up with something once we hit the 3,000 mark.
3K.
So we're growing. So that'll be the next milestone. What else? We've got the store. You can buy swag for RSG. You can check that out. If you have questions and we didn't get to it, come to our Discord. That's what it's there for. Got a ton of people there that will, trust me, when you post a question in there, I hardly ever get to speak because 9,000 people are all over it that are, well versed in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, and they will give you what you need to know. That's what we set it up for. The community come together, everybody come together to help one another out, and that's what it's all about. So, on behalf of myself and the crew and everybody that joined us today, thank you guys for being here. Check out their channel, guys. Make sure you subscribe to them as well to help support them and grow their channels as well. But on behalf of myself, the Lightsaber Builder, and everybody here, thanks for stopping by. We will check you guys out tomorrow.